This is the box where I keep my 72 name cards. This is the card for today. And these are actually made by my grandmother. And I also keep my Saint Michael cards, also made by Orna Ben Shushan. And my little songbook that's also Hebrew and English. I don't know if you guys wanted to know all that, but now you do. So this is my little treasure box where I keep my goodies. Let me do that. I don't know if I'll need this. I'm gonna pull out my computer. How's everybody doing? Are you guys doing good? Thank you for the likes. Please, please share. Let everybody know what's up. Okay. Want to see my other favorite deck at the moment? Hey, Carlos. It's very atypical for me to use this deck, but this is it. And it's been really, really helping me to stay positive. This is, hey Mary Soul, hello. Yes, Dex. I can show you what I have on hand here if you guys feel like chit-chatting. Even though I'm letting you know, if you hear crazy barks or a crazy child, the child is mine and the dogs are mine as well. Hey Christina. You're grading papers, yay! I hope I influence this. Let's see, I cannot show you at all, because it's gonna be hours upon hours, because we all know how I like my shit. But my most recent purchase is this deck. It's by Gabrielle Bernstein, and she also has a book that's called The Universe Has Your Back. It's 52 cards, and they are really, really, really pretty. And they are also really nice for personal work. I also do consciousness creation sessions with them. These are the backs. And the fronts have her affirmations. And the art is incredible. I don't know how much you can see with the sliding. The colors are very, very beautiful. And of course you guys seeing it backwards. Right? So this is what I drew today. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. And it was quite on point for me with the weekly draw, and how I was feeling. And this is really, really on point too. I didn't even think about it. I don't know if you can see it. But it says, you are the dreamer of your dream. And it's fucking amazing because it's my third affirmation today for this specific topic as relating to our weekly draw. So give me a second here, please. I'm gonna open, I wanna see what you guys are seeing and possibly share that as well. Let's see, it's always interesting to see myself on the share to a page. Well, I don't even know where we're gonna share it, but we're gonna share it somewhere. Sorry, you see how slow I am. I've been on consistent go for several, I feel like, weeks now. I know that Christy been part of the workshop, but the Kali workshop on Sunday was quite amazing. I got a lot of amazing responses. And it's the funny thing, right? So I do the weekly draw today. So usually I either draw the card today, or what I've been doing is that if you read my blog, Kaori Moon at WordPress, thank you, Christy says it was amazing. It's still available for purchase. You will get the recordings and the bonus materials. And you'll be able to work with it, and we're actually starting to work on another workshop. But Christy, if you can write a review, and if you can tell me what you thought about it and give me some constructive criticism, that would be awesome. But so usually what happens is that I either draw the card for the weekly draw on Tuesday, or I randomly pull an image from the 72 Names app. So I did that. I had the image, but I didn't do any research or meditation. Yes, Eliza, you can purchase. I think that the link to buy to sort of register for the workshop still available. We need to change just the wording, but it would be the same thing. It would be $30, and when you purchase it, we will send you the page was the password, the videos, and the bonus materials. So what happened is that I pulled the card right from the app a few days ago, but I didn't meditate on that. I did meditate on it today. So what happened today, and today we're working with the energy of Resh Hey Ain. Resh Hey Ain. I know with this lighting it's kind of really, really difficult to see anything, but the image for the card as well as my explanation and the video, this video is going to live on my blog, so I'll post a link to that as I did before. But what happened is I had a very, very nice weekend with the workshop, a lot of high energy. Last night, Jaya and I sat in meditation with the Tronco, with our spirit, so there was a lot of energy. And this morning, I crushed. I didn't know what's going on. I was just extremely, extremely emotional, feeling completely deflated, and just sort of almost like desperate, and feeling all this, like, you know, dealing with my self-confidence and all these different things. And it was really, really strange because there was no actual reason for that. And I think that these are the energies that we are going to be dealing with this week. And the card and the draw and the name totally confirmed that. And I'm really actually curious to hear from Eliza what she's going to say. Because she's the astrologer, so I'm really curious if she's going to back it up. Kana Esther, I hope I don't butcher her name. I'm sorry, I do not pull cards on these weekly draws. I pull one card and I talk about it, and it's sort of global for everybody. But for those interested in the reading, madamnadia.com. Definitely hit me up and I will be more than happy to give you a reading. Eliza, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it offline. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what you're going to say. So, Resh Hey Ain, you guys. Resh Hey Ain is an energy that brings us into very Plutonian kind of underworld. Interesting, Saturn opposition. I need to check that. If you're feeling very, very overwhelmed, and this is a combination, and I always say, first and foremost, you see this as a mirror image. Second thing, this is not just a bunch of letters in Hebrew. This is a very, very powerful code. It's a name of the God, Goddess, the creator of everything that we have. There are 72 names, and one of those names is Resh Hey Ain. So what we do in these readings, and hello to everybody who's joining, I really appreciate you guys joining me. Please share, like, and yeah, and show me some love. I really would appreciate it. But what we're doing here on the weekly readings is that we are working with specific energy, specific code from the 72 names, which is in Hebrew. This is a Kabbalistic thing. And we sort of decode it. And what is happening is that we always have two sides to it, right? We always have sort of perhaps the problematic aspect of it, or what's going to be happening. And also we use that as the medicine, as a way to uplift, as a way to change, as a ways to manifest what we want. So Resh Hey Ain pretty much says you're going to feel like shit. It's going to be very emotional. You might feel very depressive. You might feel like you're dwelling on the past. You might feel like you had all these opportunities and you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and now you're stuck. This is one-to-one how I was feeling this morning. Now, it's very important to be able to catch yourself in that moment, to allow yourself, feel these things, sit with them with no judgment, and accept things. And only then we can move on. Hey, Lindsay, she says, oh, how fun. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just, don't shoot the messenger. But on the other hand, what we always do, if Shauna says she felt like that all day. Girl, I feel you. I felt like this half of the day. I was able to work with it. Actually, it was really amazing to start meditating on this. And you guys know that the way to work with it, we can look at the image, we can recite the sounds, Resh Hey Ain, Resh Hey Ain, Resh Hey Ain. We can write it out, we can meditate on it, we can meditate on the sound and how it looks, or we can just even connect to what I'm talking about and sort of open a little bit of more understanding into the situation and change it. Because the other side, and the beautiful thing about Resh Hey Ain, is that it gives you the ability to dream your future. It gives you the ability to shape things as they're going to be. Okay, James, you're in Kentucky. Very cool. Yeah, we don't have really any, because a lot of times we would have like our Greek foxes, and sometimes we have Australian, but this time is like we're gonna be in America primarily. So if you see here, there's two sides to this image, or there's the bottom and the up. So obviously this is the darker sort of place. This is our psyche, this is the roots and things, and then we have the top part, which is the future and the dream and how we envision things. And it was really funny, and I'm writing about it in the blog that I'm going to put to it, because I started having this little messages jump to me, like what we just saw now, and I didn't realize that was here. You are the dreamer of your dream. Or I was meditating on how I was feeling, and I used this Danielle Laporte desire dream thing, and you'll see it in the blog too, but it says, believe what you want, because what you believe will influence your future. So again, there is this very, very strong notion that you have to be within all of that. You need to be able to move forward and say, okay, this is a moment in time when things are shifting and changing. It's okay. I'm not in the past yet. I'm not in the future, where things are concrete, right? Because there are so many realities, there are so many dimensions. So this is the moment where I can take things and I can shape things and I can change things. So let me step back for a second and think about, what is it that I want? What kind of future that I desire? What are the changes that need to happen? Where is my heart hurting? But not to go in there and be like, shit, I should have been, I should have done, or whatnot. This is an opportunity to go, okay, I definitely feel something about it, and this is where things need to be shifting. And the medicine is that now, let me see and think, how would I like it to shift? And I actually had a very interesting conversation yesterday with a client and a friend of mine, and we were talking about her relationship and how she wants it to change. And, you know, we oftentimes say, yeah, I want to change things. I want it to be different. I want to have more communication. I want to have, but we don't sit and meditate on specific things, because sometimes it's just not something that we think about. Sometimes nobody told us that we can have the future that we desire exactly one-to-one as we dream. So I told her, you know what, how about think about a list of 5 things where you want this relationship to change. But I want you to sit and I want you to envision it, right? In color, in sound, in timing, and place it in your soul, in your mind, that this is the changes that I want to happen. This is differences that I want to see in my relationship or in my life. And I want you guys to be specific, because the beauty of today's draw, and God knows what I did with it now. Here we go. From the 72 names. Today's name is Resh Hey Ain. And what it does to us, it allows us through meditation, through trust, through surrender, it allows us to take our reality apart and almost imagine as if it was Legos. And oftentimes we see our experience as one big chunk, right? I'm feeling all of it, all of this is going on at the same time, blah, blah, blah. But imagine as if this is just pieces of Lego. And you can isolate certain pieces and say, well, I don't want it to be red, I want it to be yellow, right? And I want the top to start shaping up like a cone and not a square. So this name reminds us that we indeed are in power to change our reality and to shift it and to make it look, feel, and experience the way we truly desire. But in order to do that, we have to step back, we have to sit with how we feel, we need to stop freaking out about it and use it to our advantage. And say, okay, now after I cried, after I released, after I felt, I know that these may be the areas that I need to work more. Now, let me see how I can work on it or how I want it to look. Don't even go if this is overwhelming. You're like, shit, Nadia, like, how am I supposed to sit down and envision what I want when everything just feels overwhelming and depressive and I feel like it's a defeat or whatnot. I don't want you to think about everything, but I want you to at least sit and be like, you know what, there is an area of my life that I feel needs improvement. Let me start meditating on it. Let me start calling it a divine through the holy name that you see how tired I am. Oh my goodness, I'm just losing it. Through the holy name Resh Hey Ain, let's start working with the energy. Let's start calling upon this energy. Let's start connecting to the higher divine. And again, it's something that it depends on what you believe your higher divine is, right? Somebody can say God, somebody can say goddess, somebody can say the universe, right? The universe got your back. Somebody can say it's my higher self, it's my, guardian angel, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But through the tool of Resh Hey Ain, you can start connecting to that energy, and you can request, you can make an agreement, you can say, I want to evolve. I need to be happier, I need to be more joyful, I need to make more money, I need to have more sex, I need to feel better, I need to feel healthier. I'm going to work with this name, I'm going to work with this vibration this week to communicate with my higher self and to allow myself to start building the future as if it was Legos. And sometimes if we are able to shift our view of things, our perspective, because it's all about perspective, guys. This week is all about perspective. And on the lower levels, and I'm totally channeling it right now, it's going to be, you're going to see some stuff happening between people. Quite possibly you'd see some shit shows or some gossip or whatever, and you will be able, if you want to, step back and get a perspective on it. And at least decide how you truly feel about it without being swayed or pursued by other people to take sides. And I'm not talking about the big social justice issues. I hope you know your side very well. What I'm talking about is the more personal, the online interactions, the friends, the whatnot. So this is, hold on a second, my storage is almost full, that's fine. So this is what the week is going to be about, and I want you to not, first and foremost, the most important thing to me is that you don't freak out. And if you need to feel it, and let it rise in safe spaces with safe friends or safe spirits, whatever it needs to be, and allow yourself to feel as long as you are able to let go of it, not to be judgmental of it, just say, this is the Lego piece that I'm going to be focusing on it. This is the Lego piece that I need to start envisioning how it's looking, because right now it's a piece of overwhelming reality, and I'm going to start treat it like it's a piece of Lego that is pliable, that is workable, that I can attach in different ways to make it work better for me. I hope it makes sense. Any questions, any comments, anything you guys want to say while I'm drinking my tea? You still have an opportunity to share it yet again. Let everybody know how much you enjoyed some time with Madam Nadia. So, let's see. I think I froze. What do you guys, am I freezing over there? Maybe I need to finish up. I don't know. I got bumped out 4 times on the Facebook video. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. Okay, you guys. Wow, that was my morning. I didn't understand why I was crying so much. So early, right? I know. It was great. Just let's start over. Let's have coffee and I think I wrote it like coffee was the scent of despair. A tiny bit, but it's fine now. Good. We want to be fine, and this is why we have this, so we have the tools to be fine. And so we also understand that it's okay to feel that way, even if you don't maybe have sort of legit reasons for that. Like nobody has to come and hit you in the face in order for you to start crying. You can still start crying, and you can understand that it's just a time of adjustment, and it's going to be okay. Okay, my loves. Everyone is going to be okay. We will survive it. Eliza, I'm going to hit you up and you tell me the astrological aspect of it, because I'm pretty sure that we can back it up with astrology. It always happens with this deck. I love you guys. I'll see you here next week. Hit me up if you're interested in purchasing the workshop about Kali. Tomorrow is Fit and Foxy, 8 o'clock Central. I hope you will be there. Love you too, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shauna. Shauna, I haven't seen you around much. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you for taking time and hanging out with me. Again, I'm Madam Nadia from madamnadia.com and theglossfox.club. And I'll be around on Facebook later tonight if you have any questions. And we will post this video and a blog post where you will see the pictures of the card. Mwah! Okay, she'll be around more. Yes, I like it. Okay, guys, good night.